So yesterday we learned about text box attributes. So how to design a form and text box. Text box related so many attributes we learned in previous session. Yesterday we learned text box will have an ID, name and a class. In this name is mandatory. Without name, form cannot submit the value of any. So name is mandatory. We have value. Value is default value. We have read only. Read only will not allow to modify, but it will allow to submit. We have disabled. It will not allow to modify and also submit. We cannot submit if it is disabled. So we have the width and define required and define min length. We can define max length. We can configure auto focus and we have a placeholder and we have a list. We learned in yes. These are all attributes related to text box. Actually, not only text box, for several other elements also, similar attributes will be there. So if you perfect learn these attributes in text box, everywhere we can use them. Here, one more major attribute that we are going to see today is about pattern. So we have a pattern attribute. This is very important for actually what is pattern is. So pattern, it is used to verify the format of input value. It is used to verify. That means it is used to check whether the input value format is as expected or not. Actually, what is meant by format? So format is about how it starts and how it ends and what it contains, etc. Format is about how it starts, how value starts, how value ends, and what a value contains. All these are verified. That means asking user to enter mobile number. We are asking user to enter mobile number according to his country format. According to country format, mobile number, India means it should start with +91. US means it should start with +1. UK means +44, like that. It should start with certain format. It should end with certain format. It should contain certain format. That generally we have to verify by using a pattern. Generally, pattern is used to verify the format of value. That means it will not verify whether you are typing 10 or 20 or A or B. It verifies, is it starting with a number, ending with a string? It is starting with a string, having a number. Such things, such concepts are called as format. Actually, to verify format, usually pattern requires expression. uh, the format of input value. To verify the format of input value, pattern requires a regular expression. Actually, pattern uses a regular expression. So that means we need to write pattern is equal to some regular expression. So pattern needs a regular double quote. Actually, how we write a regular expression? Generally, a regular expression is built by using two basic things: meta characters and quantifiers. By using meta characters and quantifiers, we build this regular expression. So regular expression is built by using meta characters and quantifiers. What are those meta characters, quantifiers? That is the concept here. That is what we have to learn. So a regular expression is a combination of meta characters and quantifiers. Actually, meta characters are common in computer operating. You generally come across with these meta characters in regular uses of your computers. Actually, meta characters, quantifiers, where we use, suppose I will show you. This is a command prompt. In this command prompt, I want to see the list of files I am having in this location. Then there is a command called dir. If I use this command, it will show the disk information. That means it will show the list of all files I am having. That means these are all the files and directories I am having. But what I want is in this list, so almost 24 directories and 11 files are present. I want only the files and directories, so which are starting with S character. Then generally what we do is dir means it shows all files. But I need to filter only the files which starts with S character. Then how do we write? For example, suppose you are having your PC. This is your file explorer. In this, I will go to my some E drive or D drive or somewhere. Now in this drive, I need to search all PDF files which have file name starting with some A. Not all PDF files. Only the PDF files whose name starts with A. Then you know that there is a search box here now. Right? In that search box, how you will type now? A.pdf. Then it will get only A.pdf file. Our intention is to tell that file name starts with A. After that, it may contain anything, but extension must be PDF. How do you write? Don't know. You don't know how you search for files on your PC. So we use a *.pdf. Suppose I want to find all JPG files on my PC. then usually we write asterisk dot jpg. I want to find all jpg files starting with s, then we will use s asterisk dot jpg. I want to find all files, then I use asterisk dot asterisk. I want to find all PDF files, asterisk dot PDF, like this. Have you never used them? You don't know how to search files on your PC? You know only on and off, huh? Huh? Switch on computer, switch off computer. You know, you don't know how do you search for files on your PC. You forgot the file name, but you know some characters in that file name. How you will find? You need meta characters. This asterisk, question mark, so many meta characters are there. By using these meta characters, we can easily find the files. So meta characters are responsible for doing such things. Actually, asterisk is a meta character. People also call it as wildcard character. We call them wildcard characters or meta characters. Actually, see here, in the command prompt, dir s asterisk dot asterisk, then it returns all the files starting with s. Right? That means it will show only the directories and files starting with s. These are the regular expressions actually. Regular expression allows user to query what they want exactly. It provides easy techniques of finding the files and all. We use these everywhere. Not only asterisk, there are so many such meta characters. And what I written s asterisk dot asterisk, that is a regular expression actually. So we will learn what is the purpose of them. Do you know the meaning of asterisk now? So what is the meaning of asterisk? I will show you. See, actually, meta characters are those. Meta characters, so many meta characters are there. We can use them for pattern. Let's see what are the meta characters we are having. First, meta character and its description. We will see the meta characters, what are those meta characters and what is their purpose. So in the meta characters, there are so many meta characters. The first important meta character is question mark. This defines zero or one occurrence of a character. It represents 0 or 1 occurrence of a character. Question mark represents 0 or 1 occurrence. A character occurrence can be 0 times or it can be 1 time. 0 or 1. To represent 0 or 1, we have to use question mark. For example, let's see. I'm first giving you syntactical examples. After that, we will build expression. First, we will learn the purpose of that character. Once we know the purpose of the character, then we can build the application. So here, let's create one page. I am adding one page here as pattern demo. And let's create a simple text box. And here I am writing test. Input, we need to keep it in a form, right? We have test and input type is equal to text. And we have a name str, some string I am using, and we put a button as test, or say simply like submit. Okay. Now, what is the point here is, in this text box, I want to restrict value. I don't want user to enter any value, whatever he wants in the text box. Here I want to put a restriction. User should not submit anything. Actually, I want user to submit only one word through this text box, that is color. I don't want anything else to be submitted. Only this word must be submitted. Then what you can do is, you can simply write here a pattern. You can write a pattern, and the pattern we have to define the pattern what you want to allow. Color, that is what we want to allow. And you see, once you set this here, you try to type anything here and click on submit. It's not allowing. It says please match requested format. Later, you will learn how to put your own messages. We can put our own messages. As of now, it's not allowing to submit anything. Only one word you can submit through this text box. And what is that word? Color. And I submitted this, any spelling mistake, it will not allow. Exactly what is expected you have to submit, it will submit. Anything else, it is not allowing. But what I want here is, I want here user to submit two spellings, COLOR and COLOURL. That means user can submit any of these two words. Then how we write a pattern for that? Here, how to write patterns? Remember, when you write pattern, when you write the pattern, what is common in both spellings that you have to write first? What is common? In which order it is common also important. Common means don't think that O is present or not. O must be there. In the same place it must be there. That means common means not just having that character. The place of that character also important. Where it is having. That's important. So are these two spellings having same characters at same place? Yes, except only one word, one character. What is it? U. Rest of others are same. Na? That means here, what is common? COLO is common. This U in one spelling, U cannot be there. In another spelling, U can be there. Then we put with a question mark R. That's how we write. What does question mark indicates? What does it indicates? 0 or 1 occurrence. That means the U occurrence can be 0 times or it can be 1 time. 0 time means without U, it is allowed. 1 time means with U allowed. That is the meaning of question mark. Question mark represents 0 or 1 occurrence. That means now, with one word, you can validate two spellings. Actually, there is another technique. Another technique is you can write like this. Next level, I will show you. COLOUR, you can put OR, COLOR. Like this you can write. But this becomes lengthy. We need to keep the expression short. That means 10 spellings you can validate with 1. That is important. You should not write all 10 words. Right? Then what? How do we write? We write logically like this. Question mark R. This indicates now it is going to allow two spellings, COLO without U and with U. That is the regular expression. So see now, let's put that expression and see. In the pattern, I am currently typing COLOUR. It's not allowing it. Because actually here spelling is COLOR only. So COLOUR. And this U occurrence can be 0. Then it put a question mark. That means where to use meta character or regular expression. We have to use meta character where the character may be changing. Meta character is used in the place where character can change, where character is not standard. Where it is common, you write them as it is. Now see now, I am typing here COLOUR. Then submit, it is submitting. It submits that word. I am submitting COLOR and submit, that is also submitting. I am typing COLOUR. It will not submit. I am trying to submit anything else. It will not submit. It will submit only those two words. That is the meaning of question mark. Right? So syntactically, we write like this. COLOU question mark R. This represents COLOR, COLOUR. That's how we define. So that is the meta character question mark. So question mark allows 0 or 1 occurrence. Remember, any number of times you can write, for any number of characters you can write. It's not like only once one question mark. I am explaining the characters first. Later we will put in expression. Examples we will see later. Currently this is not example. This is just to understand the concept. Examples we will build. After learning the expressions, we will learn how to build the expressions. First, you should know the purpose of every character. Then you can write a formula accordingly, right? Next, important, in the meta characters, we have an asterisk. Asterisk actually represents 0 or more occurrences of a character. 0 or more occurrences of a character. Asterisk represents 0 or more occurrences of character. That means the character can be 0 times or it can be many times. Question mark means only one time. But here it can be many times. That means if you write like this spelling is not suitable. I am just explaining character purpose. If I write like this, COLOU asterisk R, then what it means? Will it allow COLOR? Yes, because asterisk means 0 occurrence. Na? 0 occurrence means without U it will allow, right? And how many occurrences it will allow? More. That means COLOUR. Is it valid? COLOUR. It is also valid. COLOUR. All are valid. Any number of U occurrence can be there. This spelling is not correct. I am just explaining you the purpose of that character. Later we will put in example. How to write in different examples, I will explain that. For that we need to learn some pattern designing. First we need to know the purpose of the characters. So question mark is used for 0, 1 occurrence. Asterisk is used for 0 or more. And remember, this is only for U character, not others. This is only for U character, not for others. That means only U occurrence can be 0 times or many times. Other rest of the spelling should be same, right? This is only for occurrence of U, not for all characters, right? So you see now here, I am writing this time instead of question mark asterisk, I define asterisk. Now you see here, I am typing COLOR, that is valid, it's submitted. I am using COLOUR, that is also submitted. COLOUUR, that is also submitted. I am using any number of occurrences that will be submitted, but anything else is not submitted. Suppose any other character occurrence, COOLOUR, like this, it's not allowed. It is only for U occurrence. It is only for the occurrence of U. So 0 or 1 occurrence is question mark. 0 or more occurrences is asterisk. We have another meta character plus. Plus, it defines 1 or more occurrences of character. 1 or more occurrences of character. So plus indicates that the character must be there. It is mandatory to have that character. If any character is mandatory, minimum 1 time it can be there. Maximum any number of times. For example, situation like they say that in a password, at least one uppercase letter must be there. That means, can I have 2 uppercase letters? Yes. But minimum how many? 1. Without that, is it allowed? No. That means you can't use question mark. You cannot use asterisk. You have to use plus. That means if I write like this now, COLOU plus R, will it allow COLOR? Will it allow COLOR? No, because plus indicates the character must be how many times minimum? 1. Maximum any number of. That means without U it's not allowed. That means the COLOR spelling is not allowed. So that means this is not allowed. COLOUR. COLOUR. Like this you can have any number of times. So that is actually asterisk. How you can configure asterisk, question mark and plus. So question mark is 0 or 1 occurrence. Asterisk is 0 or many occurrences. And plus is 1 or more occurrences. So you see now I am using here instead of asterisk I will use plus. And here I am writing here COLOR. Without U, it's not allowed. That means U occurrence is mandatory. 1 time it should be there. And submit. You can have many times. COLOUR, many times it is allowed. So without that, it is not allowed. Right? So this is another meta character we are having. Question mark, asterisk, another one plus. Another important is we are having dot. That is a dot symbol. If there is confusion, write as dot. That's a dot symbol actually, dot. Usually dot, it is used to define any single character. It defines any single character, any character but 1 character. So dot indicates that any single character. You can have any character but only 1 character. For example, see here, suppose we are having like cow, does, toy, boy, like this. Now, what is the similarity of these? Similarity between all of them is O. Similarity means I told you, not only having it, its place also should be same. Is it place also same? Yes. That means O is standard. And what is another similarity is all are how many characters? That means, is there any similarity in first character? No. Is there any similarity in last character? No. That means total 3 characters only. First character can be anything, last character can be anything. In between it should have O. In that case, we write dot O dot. We write like this, dot O dot. This dot represents any single character. In that case, it is not only just C, D, T, B or something. It can be 1, 2, 3, 4 numbers also. It can be special characters also. It's not that only these. That means it can be like, so it can be like 1 O some 2. It can be like hash O some dollar. It can be like 1 O, suppose dollar, like this. It can be anything. It can be anything. It can be A, O, some dollar or hash, anything. But only the point is what is common? O. And its length is how much? 3. Before O, you can have anything. After O, you can have anything, but only one character. Now, later, you can even tell that before O, there must be only number. You can even tell that before O, after O, there must be only alphabet. Later, you can set that restriction. Currently, what is the meaning of this dot? Means any single character. Any single character you can configure by using dot. For example, how you can represent these now? Suppose cat, bat, rat, mat, like this. Then what you have to do? You have to represent that by using dot 80. T is also common, na? That means last 2 must be 80. First character can be anything. Anything means it can be later numbers or symbols also. That means later it can have numbers or symbols. That means 180, $80. But last 2 characters must be 80. And length must be how many? 3 only. Right? So anything else not allowed. Right? So what is the meaning of dot? Dot is used to represent any single character. Any single character you can define by using dot. Right? So syntactically we define like this. So we have dot 80. It represents like cat, like bat, like mat, or some 18280, or like $80 hash 80, like this. All these. But last 2 characters must be 80, and before 80 there can be only one character. You can use multiple dots. That means dot T. So you can use dot T. That means last character must be T. And first 2 can be anything. First 2 characters can be anything. Last character must be T. But, and again, length how much? 3. Because every dot restricts only one character. One character. That's how we define. That means all these will be valid. Right? So, but not only all these. Suppose you say cot. That is also valid now. Why? Because last must be T. Last must be T. It will allow this cot. It will allow like, so cat, like this. Anything can be there before T, but only 2 characters, because every dot represents one character, single character. That is what actually dot is. I hope you are clear. So let's see here. I will add option like .at. I'm using .at and let's type here. Suppose I am typing like something else. It's not allowed. It will allow only cat. It will allow some bat. Submit. It will allow $80. It will allow all this. Remember, don't worry about what is submitted in URL, because sometimes some characters cannot be directly submitted. It will encode them and submit. That means you write some character in text box and that character is submitted in URL, and according to URL cannot handle all characters as it is. That's the reason it will change the characters into codes. Some characters it will change into codes. You don't need to worry, because while reading, again, it will read in same way, right? So how you submitted, it will read in the same way, but how it presents is not in the same way, right? Because URL will not allow several characters, like it will not allow spaces, it will not allow dollars, like that. In that case, it will convert them into some codes. You don't need to worry about what is submitted. You need to just worry about what is validated. That's important, right? This is the pattern, how you configured the pattern. Is it clear? Understood these three? Question mark means 0 or 1 occurrence. Asterisk means 0 or more occurrence. Plus is 1 or more occurrence. Dot, any single character. So you have another one, that is pipe. This is, it represents, so like logical OR. Actually, logical OR is a double pipe, but here there's still just pipe. That indicates logical OR. That means it defines any of the given set of values. Any one of, better we say, any one of the given set of values. From a given set of values, any one of the given set of values, you can define OR. That you can do by using pipe. Pipe is a meta character. For example, suppose you see here, for example, I want to allow, so green, red, and blue. Now tell me what is common. Already I told you, again you are saying. Already I told you that it doesn't means that whether the character is repeating, its occurrence location also should be same. Huh? Is E repeating at same place for all? No, then how? All are different, right? Then what we do is, if all are different, then we write the pattern like this, and we want to allow all of them. Then we write the pattern like this. Pattern is equal to, we write green, we write pipe, red, we write blue, like this. That means it allows any of these three. Only any of these three. Others not allowed. So that means now you may ask, like, which already I told you. You may ask, like, in that case, can I write pattern is equal to color and pipe color? You can write, but it is wasting your time and space. Why? Because why you are writing two words? With one word you can validate. Because JavaScript, CSS, HTML, these needs a concept called minification. That's very, very important in real time. Later in CSS and JavaScript, you will learn minification, because generally in web designing, when you write CSS, JavaScript, they will be very lengthy, thousands of lines you have to write for real-time development. That means here you are writing 10 lines, one page, 20 lines, one page. Later it will go 1000 lines also. And once it goes thousands of lines of code, it becomes heavy on browser. Then what people do is they minify the code. That means minification is a concept in computer programming where logic remains same, but length of program will reduce. Due to that, it will improve the performance of page. For example, actually, suppose you are having an if condition. If we are writing a condition, if the condition true, what statement, and else, if condition false, what statement. Like this, we write something. Actually, this is having some 7-8 lines code. What is the minification code for this? We can write a condition and question mark true and colon false. This is minified code. Both are same. Both are same. If you know computer programming, both are same. This is called ternary operator, right? Right side. So if you know programming like C, Java, .NET and all this is a shortest method of writing your if. This is called minified. This is called minified. That means developers are asked to write the logic in a minified way. Why? Because we need to reduce the size of files. It is internet. On internet, you can't load heavy files because website becomes slow because of these files. Minification is important. So as much as possible, we reduce the lines that we write. And whatever shortcuts are possible, we will write. And that you will learn in CSS and JavaScript how to minify the code. We will learn that. Now, you can write in a lengthy way, but we need to check which is the best, shortest way to write the expression. So, this also valid. But what is the best for that? The best for it is what? You can write a pattern, and in the pattern COLOU question mark R. That's best. You can write in this way also, it doesn't matter, right? This is or logical or how you configure. Let's see. Here I am writing the option like this. Suppose I am writing some red pipe, green pipe, blue. And you see now here I am writing the color red. It is valid. I am writing like black and it is not valid. We can submit only three words here. What is it? Red, blue and green. Anything else you try to submit, it is not allowed. Anything you try to submit, it is not allowed. Only those three words are allowed. That you generally define by using this pipe, right? So you have another important dot, another one is pipe, right? Next important, we have a meta character slash. Another meta character is slash. I hope you learned about this in your general programming also, right? What is slash? In your C programming or Java programming or .NET programming, slash is actually it is an escape sequence character. It is an escape sequence character. So usually you have an escape sequence character. Generally the purpose of this is, its purpose is it changes a normal character into meta character, and vice versa. Meta character into meta character. 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 Meta character into m It changes a normal character into meta character and meta character into normal character. That is very important because when you are using meta characters, so the problem I will show you what it is. What is the purpose of slash? This slash can convert an ordinary character to meta, and it can convert a meta character into an ordinary, because sometimes compiler uses some characters that you use in daily life. Those characters, if you write in program, compiler will skip them. That means you return some character and compiler is internally using that character for some other purpose. Then it can misunderstand. It cannot understand in the same way how you written it. So see, the problem is very simple actually. I want to allow here a word gmail.com. So anything else not allowed. Only gmail.com is allowed. Now what is problem in this is actually in pattern dot means any character. Dot means any character. Any single character. In that case, if I type gmail.com, it is valid. I type gmail a2com, it is also valid. Gmail a.com, it is also valid. Gmail, I write like some, Gmail $com, it is also valid. All are valid because dot represents any single character. But your intention is only dot. But already dot is a meta character. But your intention is to use it as an ordinary character, not as a meta character. Then how? Then what you have to do? You have to put it with a slash. This indicates that if the presiding character is a meta character, it will convert that into normal. If the presiding character is a normal, then it will convert to meta. Later we will use that concept also, how it will convert a normal to meta, right? Usually this is how we write. Otherwise it's wrong. Actually, if you write gmail.com, see what happens. I am writing Gmail and to com. It will allow to submit. It should not allow. Then we have to just represent Gmail slash. This changes the dot into a normal character now. And you see here, I am typing Gmail to com. It's not allowed now. Or Gmail some one com. It's not allowed. Or a com, not allowed. Only .com is allowed. And I submit, it will submit that value. It can submit that value. So this is very, very important. How do we convert a meta character into normal character? Later we can convert normal into meta also. That's we are going to see now. This is an example for that. Pattern is equal to gmail/.com. Like this we can define. Gmail.com. That is asterisk. That is slash meta character. So some more important, here we have a meta character. We have an exponent. It configures, it defines excluding. It defines excluding specified character. It defines excluding specified character. For that, we need to write expression. Directly, it will not work. For that, we need to write an expression. I will tell you. I will give you that expression. Actually, suppose we are typing here. So we are typing here in the pattern, I am writing exponent and I defined A, or exponent I defined some D, like this I define. Usually here I am typing some D and submit. It's submitting. I entered A and submit. It is not submitting. Now I am entering B and submit. It's not submitting. It's not allowing to submit anything else. It is submitting only D. Anything else is not allowed to submit. That means, what does this means? That exclude this D. Exclude this D and restrict all others. We have a reverse way also. What is that reverse way? Don't allow D and allow all others. For that, another expression is there. I will tell you. What does that character means? This means actually it is an exclude character. Exclude character means what? This indicates ignore this, exclude this, and validate all others. That means don't allow anything else other than D. We have a reverse way of writing also. So I will tell you, next point we will see that. That means we can even write like this, like allow only D here. But we can write that allow all others other than D. We can put that type of restriction also. That means allow all others other than D. How to write? I will show you. We will do that. What does this means? That means exclude D. Excluding specified character. This means, I will show you here. So we have a pattern and we have exponent D. This indicates that, so allow only D and exclude others. That is the concept. So that means allow only that character and exclude others. That is the point we can configure. So here there are other things I will explain. We will have so many concepts. So this is one option. That means we are configuring like this. This is one option, that is $, exponent character. Actually, there is another option here. Usually people write like this also, / exponent. That means this is changing the meta character into normal character actually. So here, when I use exponent, I am typing some S and submit. It is not allowing. I am entering D. It is also not allowing. It is not allowing because actually this / is not for the purpose of excluding. People call this as start with. We call it as start with. Not here. We have to use in a formula. While writing a formula, we will use it. Formula means we have to build one lengthy expression. Then we can use start with, end with. So there are two ways of writing. First, you can just have a note about that. Later, we will implement this. That means you can write like this, / exponent. This indicates what? It defines starts with. Another option is there, $. It defines ends with. It defines ends with. $. is used to define end with. This we can try next level. Why? Because for that we need to learn all expression, how to build a complete expression, then we can implement that. When you write a expression should start with and end with specified pattern. For that we use this. Usually people write like this. That I will define here. Usually people write like this. Pattern is equal to / exponent and some expression they write. That means here they define the expression and after that they put a $. That's how they write. That means it is starting with and it is ending with. Dollar is to mention end with. This is later required, not now. For that, we need to build an expression. We need to learn some operators also for that. We will see how to use that. Start with and end with, how it is used. But no, don't get confused. You leave these two. You have to just understand only exponent as of now. So exponent is used for that purpose. Next, you have in the expressions another character, parenthesis. It defines union of characters or expressions. This also you will see in next level. How to write the unions. When you write formulas, a union parenthesis. So this parenthesis also comes under meta character. This indicates union start and this indicates union ends. Where we write union, I will tell you. And we have another square brace. So it defines range of characters, or it defines range of characters or multiple characters set. That means in general terms you call as collection. We call it as a collection. That is the reason you might have seen in several programming languages, array is defined with a square brace. When you write arrays, why you use a square brace for array? Because array square brace indicates meta character. It indicates that it can handle multiple values. Right? A range of values it can define. That is the meaning why you use square brace beside array names. And actually that is a meta character. We call it as array meta character. People call in programming as array meta character. It defines range of characters or multiple characters set. That means a collection. Usually we define a collection in that way. These are all cannot be used directly. Why I am not showing example on this now? Because these all next level examples we will see. Because these are all used for building an expression. I will show you here. Suppose now I am writing here in square brace A-D. This indicates it allows only the characters between A to D. That is the range from A to D. And remember, that is also lowercase a to D, not uppercase a. It allows exactly what is mentioned here. Remember, pattern always uses exact match. Exact match means including capitalization. You entered a small letter, only small letter, capital letter, only capital letter. That means what does this means? You see now here, I am typing here. I entered some character. Here I am entering some E and submit. It's not allowed. F, it is not allowed. A, it is allowed. A is allowed. B is allowed. C is allowed. D is allowed. E is not allowed. Any value within the range of A to D. That's how we configure the range of value. Now, in this case, you see now I am using exponent in that range, exponent A-D. Now I am typing A and submit. It's not allowed. B is not allowed. C is not allowed. D is not allowed. E is allowed. Now you got the point. That means now it will exclude these characters. That means other than these all are allowed. Now how to write that other than D all are allowed? Other than D all are allowed, you can write like this now. Understood? In a square brace you need to write. If you remove this square brace, only D is allowed. Understood? Right? If you put the square brace, that means other than D all are allowed. That is important. Exclude have that behavior. That means you need to configure with a square brace. In a square brace means it allows all characters other than D. Without that, you put only exponent D. It means it allows only D. It will not allow others. That for that we need to understand this meta character actually, range. That means you can define the range here. So example, here you write a pattern is equal to in square brace A hyphen D. That means this allows only A, B, C, and D. Only these are allowed. You can write here, so pattern like exponent A hyphen D. This indicates all others, all other than A to D. All are allowed other than A to D. That means you can see excluding simply, excluding A to D. You can even write like this, pattern is equal to in square brace A comma D comma S. This includes only specified allowed. Understood? That means which characters allowed? Only D, A, D and S. Others are not allowed. So you write a pattern like this, excluding A comma D comma S. What does this means? All others allowed. All others allowed. Allowed. Excluding specified. Excluding what? A, D and S. All others allowed excluding ADS. That's how you define. So that is the pattern. So union, range, we will put in an expression and we will see how we can configure them, right? Let's see. Next, important. These are all special characters actually. These are all the special characters. Now we have another meta character /D. Here this is important. Actually D is an ordinary character. If I write D, only D is allowed. Now we can make that ordinary character into meta character by adding a slash. And if you know computer programming, what /D represents? In computer programming, what /D represents? In computer programming, /D represents an integer type. It represents an integer type. It scans an integer input. Integer input. You know C programming and all? Percentage D, na? Right? Why percentage D? D represents a numeric decimal. That means it represents an integer value. It represents an integer in computer programming, right? /D indicates, that means any single digit numeric, any single digit number. That means from 0 to 9, any one number, but only one digit. Any single digit number is allowed. Any number can be between 0 to 9, anything you can define. And see, I written in square brace 0, 9. That means you can write like that also. That means you can write the pattern in this way. You can define the pattern as /D, or you can also write pattern as in the square brace 0-9. You can write both. You can write either /D or 0, 9. This indicates any range, number also. This is used for numeric ranges. I will give in the next point. We will see all ranges at one place. I will give. This indicates only one digit number. Now see here, we are writing like this. We are writing here /d. /d means any numeric value. Only number allowed. You entered some alphabet, it's not allowed. You entered some string, it is not allowed. You entered some dollar at the net, not allowed. Only one digit number. Any single digit number is allowed. Two digit number not allowed. Only one digit number, because 1D represents one digit. Suppose I want to two digit number /d/d. Now you may ask, like, for 10 digit number, do I need to write 10 times? Not required. For that you will learn quantifiers. Later you will learn quantifier. Quantifier indicates quantity. How much quantity? You can mention that. As of now, 2/d means exactly two digits. One digit not allowed. That means only two digits. One digit not allowed. That means you see now, I define here some 6 not allowed. I entered some 2 not allowed. Only 2 digit number allowed. Any 2 digit number allowed. Again 3 digit not allowed. How to allow? How to allow 1 or 2 digits? How to allow 1 or 2 digits? You can put a question mark here. What question mark represents? 0 or 1 occurrence. That means I given that question mark for last /d. You can put it for first /d also. If I keep it for last /d, what does that means? Last digit can be 0 times or 1 time. That means 0 times means 1 digit is allowed. 1 time means 2 digits are allowed. That's how we write. That means now we use the combination here. This indicates either 1 digit is allowed or 2 digits are allowed. 3 digits not allowed. So we have to use that /d for that, right? So that is numeric. That means you can write even like this also. You can define like pattern is equal to /d question mark /d. You can write like this, or you can also write like anywhere you can put that question mark. That means pattern is equal to /d question mark. You can write anyway. What does this indicates? This indicates 1 or 2 digits. 1 or 2 digits. That is how we represent the values, how we configure the expression. Now, another important, we have /d. All characters other than number. That means it represents all characters other than number. That means actually /d indicates non-numeric. It indicates non-numeric. Numeric. It indicates non-numeric. Any uppercase letter, non-numeric. That means /d indicates non-numeric, means other than number all are allowed. Other than number all are allowed. That means you can see here I am writing like this /d, uppercase D now. And you see when I say uppercase D, number is not allowed. Other than number, anything is allowed. You can enter alphabet lowercase, you can enter alphabet uppercase, you can enter special characters, but numbers not allowed. It allows all characters other than number. Now, generally, so we write like this. So we define the pattern like this. So we have a pattern slash uppercase D. That means it allows anything between uppercase alphabet, lowercase alphabet, and special characters. And special characters allowed. Only numbers not allowed. Lowercase alphabet, uppercase alphabet. So it allows all characters other than number. How many characters? Only one, because 1/D means only one character. Any one character, right? Suppose now I am writing the pattern in this way. Suppose I am defining the pattern in this way. We are writing a pattern is equal to /D/D. What does this means? This indicates two characters are allowed and first character cannot be a number. This indicates first character cannot be a number and second character must be a number. This indicates first character can be anything but not number. Last character can be only number. So that is the pattern how you write. That means now it is going to allow, suppose will it allow 2, 2, 2, 4? No, first character must be an alphabet or number or alphabet or special character. Last character must be a number. Suppose you can enter like this, you can enter like $, $4, $2 like this. Last must be number and it can have any symbol or anything you want, you can define. That means the last character must be this. You can put a question mark if you want to ignore that. That means with number or without. Remember, it's not like I'm giving 2 means only 2. You can add any number, right? That means after this uppercase D, I written 2 times /D/D. It indicates that last 2 digits must be numbers, right? First, it should be anything. Total length should be how many? 3, right? That's what we can configure. That means you can write like this /D and /D. This indicates you cannot have both numbers now. The first one should be a non-numeric and it will submit. And the first one should be, second one also should be a number. It's mandatory to have a number only. Then it will allow to submit. That's how we can configure. That is what we say /D. Another important, we have /S. It represents single blank space. And remember, so here very important note is never use directly blank spaces in pattern. Always configure with /S. That is important. Never use directly blank spaces in pattern. A formula should never have any blank space. It will work, but later in programming, it will be removed. That means here in HTML, it will work. Later in programming, it will remove, because in computer programming, when we read a string, we write logic for removing unnecessary blank spaces. Then what happens? I think you know string have a function called trim. String functions are there in Java, .NET, everywhere. String functions will be there. There will be a function like split. There will be a function like slice. There will be a function like trim. Trim is a function used in programming to remove the unnecessary blank spaces. Due to that, what happens is leading spaces will be deleted in future when you put blank space. Never write blank space directly. If you want to put blank space, use that with /S. Otherwise, it will be a problem in future. Currently, it will work temporarily, but it's not good. So what we have to do here, we have to define like this. That means we have to configure pattern is equal to /d/s/d. What does this means? This means first character must be a non-numeric. Understood? First character must be a non-numeric. After that, space, and last must be a number. That's how we have to write. Any number of spaces you can /s/s, two spaces like that. But don't directly use the space. Here I am using /s now. That means I am writing like this here. I am writing like this. So A and 4, it's not allowed. Because between A and 4 there must be space. Now it is allowed. So this is very important how you configure, right? So for that you just have an option /yes. Next important, we are having, so this indicates, this indicates like some A space 4 like that, or say $5 like this. That means there must be space between the characters. Next important, so we have another meta character, that is /w. Actually, it defines a word character. It defines a word character. Generally, word character can be uppercase alphabet, lowercase alphabet, number, or underscore. Only these characters are allowed. These characters are allowed. Others not allowed. Word characters means these are called word characters. That means if I write /w, it indicates anything lowercase alphabet, uppercase alphabet, number, or one special character. What is that special character? Underscore. Other special characters not allowed. That means $%, ampersand, these are not allowed. Only underscore is allowed. Because underscore is used as a word character in a strings. To concatenate lengthy strings, we use underscore. And to represent lot of strings separations, we use underscores. That is why it is called as a word character. Underscore is allowed. So you see now, if I write here /w, that means only one, any of these. I entered uppercase alphabet, it is allowed. I entered lowercase alphabet, that is also allowed. I entered a number, that is also allowed. I entered an underscore, that is also allowed. I entered some not allowed. That means any another symbol is not allowed. Only alphabets, numbers, underscore, only these are allowed. Alphabet means uppercase, lowercase, anything is configured like that. This is how we can configure /w. So we define a pattern is equal to /w. That means any of these are allowed. That already I mentioned here. Any of these are allowed. Only one allowed. Suppose if I write a pattern like this. So pattern like this, like /w and /d. What does this means? That means the first character can be alphabet, number, or underscore. But last character must be a number. That's how we define. So that means first character can be anything. Last character must be number. Underscore and number. You can write like this. And number. Suppose you defined some pattern. Pattern is equal to, so /w and /d. What does this means? Uppercase means, uppercase D means non-numeric, na? Non-numeric. That means other than number, anything is allowed. Am I right? Other than number, anything is allowed. First one, any of these are allowed. Right? That means if I write like this, so suppose A5, is it valid? No. So AB, that is valid. Because uppercase D means anything other than number, it is valid. Right? That means A and suppose I say dollar, is it valid? It is valid because uppercase D allows na, right? Suppose if I write like this, dollar and 6, not allowed. Dollar and A, not allowed, right? Why it is not allowed? Because first one is W. W will allow only one special character. What it is? Underscore is allowed na, right? Any other special character not allowed. That is what actually. Another option, slash uppercase W. So excluding, you can simply say only special characters. Only special characters allowed. Other than underscore. Only special characters allowed other than underscore. That means underscore is not allowed because underscore is a part of W, right? That means others than underscore, all special characters, only special characters. Because alphabets not allowed, uppercase, lowercase, numbers not allowed, only this. So that means you can configure like this. We have a pattern. We have a pattern is equal to slash W. Slash W means it allows all special characters. It allows all special characters like this. You can add special characters. All the special characters allowed, but underscore is not allowed. Other than underscore, all are allowed. So now you configure here. Pattern is equal to some slash uppercase W and slash W. What does this means? First one should be a special character. After that, you can have an alphabet. After that, you can have a number. After that, you can have an underscore. You can also have a lowercase letter, right? All these are allowed. So the first one can be any special character allowed. It's not like at the net, right? That is slash W. So these are so many special characters. These are all meta characters we are having. Now combinations, I will tell you, we will use the combinations here. So here we have another option. Suppose if I write A-Z, what does this means? Only lowercase letters. If I write A-D, Z, this indicates only uppercase letters, right? If I write A-Z, this indicates both upper and lowercase. You say 0-9, this indicates only number, right? So only numeric, you can say numeric. And you say A-Z, 0-9. What does this means? Alpha numeric. Means lowercase letters, uppercase letters, numbers. Combination you can write. If I write like this, I define like this, then what does it means? So it means only specified special characters. Am I right? Only specified special characters. If I write like this, exponent A-Z, what does this means? Excluding specified range. Am I right? So if I define like this, A, D, S, what does this means? Excluding specified specified characters. Means other than these all are allowed. That means ADS, only specified characters allowed. Am I right? So suppose you can write A-D and you can write 4-9. This indicates only specified range of characters allowed. Range, that means any value between A to D and any number between 4 to 9. You can write like that. That means it will not allow all numbers. It will allow only the numbers between 4 to 9. And it will allow only alphabet between A to D. You can use combinations like this. This already explained. Combinations I am just giving. How people write different types of combination. Now, very important here is we need to define, we need to configure here. So quantifiers, these are all meta characters, quantifiers, quantifier and description. These are all meta characters and we need quantifier. Quantifier means quantity. Quantifier is defined in a curly brace. You say, suppose n. This indicates exactly n number of characters. Exactly n number of characters. That means now I return pattern like this. Pattern is equal to /d and in curly brace 4. What does this means? What does that mean? /d means what? /d, lowercase /d means what? Only numeric. 4 indicates exactly 4 digits number. That means if you want exactly 10 digit number, you don't need to write 10 times /d. You can write 1 /d and you can tell the quantity. Quantity is defined with the /d and curly brace. You need to define the quantity like this. Suppose that is actually n. N means number, any number. We can use n comma m. This indicates minimum n. Minimum how much? N. And maximum indicates m. That means you write the pattern like this. Pattern like this /d and 4 comma 10. What does that means? 4 to 10 characters. That means it can be a 4 to 10 digit number. Yeah. So it indicates minimum n, maximum m. Minimum 4, maximum 10. That means it should be between 4 to 10 only. You cannot have less than 4. You cannot have greater than 10. Here 4 means exactly 4, not less than 4, greater than 4. Suppose you written like this, n, comma, and curly brace close. This indicates minimum n and maximum any. Maximum any number. Minimum starting with that, ending with anything. That means you can write like this. You can write like pattern is equal to /d and 4 comma and close. This indicates minimum 4 and maximum any number of characters. That is not only for D. I am just giving a representation. You can use for anything. For example, I am writing like this. I am writing here. I am writing /w and 4 comma 10. That means, so what /w means? /w allows what it allows? Lowercase alphabet, uppercase alphabet, numbers, and one special character. What is underscore between how many characters? 4 to 10. That means you can give any name from 4 to 10. That means you can write here, suppose you are defining like this, I entered some John, JOH, not allowed. Why not allowed? Because minimum 4. 10 John, it is allowed, you can submit it. I entered John 1 2 3, is it allowed? Yes, it will allow. I entered some 1 2 3 John, is it allowed? It is also allowed. I entered like John underscore 1 2 3, it is also allowed. I entered John at the net 1 2 3, it is not allowed, because /w means only underscore allowed. Only underscore allowed, anything else not allowed. And see, minimum 10, I written more than 10 and I am using this 1 2 3 and more than 10, it is not allowed again, because maximum how many characters? Only 10 characters allowed. 10 characters allowed, you can submit. That is how we configure the pattern. And you have just learned about different meta characters and quantifiers. Now we will put together and we will build some formulas that are asked in real-time designs. Those formulas we will learn tomorrow, right? So pattern is not completed. Tomorrow we will continue this topic. And tomorrow we will learn how to write the expressions for validating different types of concepts. Okay? Tomorrow we'll see that, right? Thank you.